Very warm in this room, noise outside, so all the windows and that shut, so I'm going to be a bit sweaty. Doesn't matter, it's not the point of this video. Very warm. Anyway, this video I'm going to be ranking every single WWE champion in WWE, right, from my least favourite to my favourite. Now, I know the title probably says from worst to best, but it's still my opinion. I really don't want to include Evolve because I don't really watch that, so I have no idea what's going on there. And I don't want to include the Speed Championships and the Heritage Cup. If I had to, just for argument's sake, okay, Heritage Cup would be last, then it would probably be the women's and then the men's. No reason as to why, that's just so you've got a reason to say it. So, as far as I know, there are 16 championships across Raw, SmackDown and NXT. Okay. Let's just start from number 16, obviously, because that's the worst. In my opinion, the worst tag team at the moment, well, I just gave it away then because I meant to the worst championship, is the Tag Team Championship from, there's 4 of them, NXT. Now, this is obviously just my opinion, and I understand a lot of people won't agree with it, but when Fraxium was the Tag Team Champions at NXT, it seemed like there was loads of teams, it was interesting. But now that, since Hang and Tank won it, I believe, at NXT Stand and Deliver, it was a great moment. But now what, okay? You've got the culling, but Brooks Jensen's basically being kicked out the culling. You've got Dark State, are they even like part of a tag team? You've got Inamura, who literally just came back from Noah, and his tag team partner, I completely forgot his name. That's how interested I really am at the minute. I thought his name was Brooks Jensen, but it's not. So, because there's nothing really going on at the moment, to me, they've got to be bottom of the list. And now, this list might change, but at the moment, this is how it is as a recording of this video. Monday night, June 17th. So if obviously anything changed on NXT, there's nothing I can do about that. Number 15, the Women's United States Champion, Zelina Vega. Okay, alright, Chelsea Green was doing some fantastic work as the United States Champion. Like, brilliant work. And it was great to see Zelina win. But, now what? Like, the whole Secret Service situation, I'm not interested in it. I understand she's got this feud with Julia basically coming up. And if it wasn't for Julia, I'm not interested. Now, if Julia wins, the United States Championship to me is going to go higher in the ranks. But at the moment, as Zelina is the champion, she's going to be like bottom. Obviously second bottom. Yeah. Then we go on to number 14. The World Tag Team Championship. The New Day. They have a fantastic heel turn and basically do nothing with it. They win the titles at WrestleMania against the War Raiders. A match that nobody asked for. It should have been the TLC match, but, you know, who are we to, say. But have they even defended the titles? I think they have once since then. And, like, okay, the people that are going to win the tag team titles is either going to be the War Raiders or the Creed brothers. At least with the Creeds, we'll have something new and interesting. But at the moment, it's not interesting. Like, okay, they have great matches, but we've seen them like a million times. I feel like literally. So without being too boring, I think I better crack on with the next Tag Team Championship. There we'll go again. At least this time there's only 2 to choose from. And I think you can guess, it's the Women's Tag Team Championship. The only reason to me that this is a bit higher is because usually you get just 2 random tag teams, well, 2 singles superstars put together to become a tag team. At least it makes it a little bit more interesting. But with Liv Morgan having an injury on Raw, I think it was a dislocated shoulder. I don't know where they're going to go with this. My guess is they're going to give it to Roxanne Perez because she's part of the Judgment Day. If obviously Liv's out, hopefully she's not. But the only thing to me that makes it a bit more interesting than the World Tag Team Championship is we have no idea who they're going to defend it against. Like, it's just a bit of a surprise, and I kind of like that sometimes. Speaking of the Judgment Day, up next we have the Intercontinental Champion, Dominic Mysterio. Now, Dominic Mysterio is an Intercontinental Champion, obviously with his history with Eddie Guerrero. Fantastic, brilliant. Okay, and he is defending it. He's defending it at Night of Champions against AJ Styles. The first time he's defending it against somebody who is in the shape, Octagon, Pentagon. But he has had matches and it is interesting. I just feel like they could be doing a bit more. So this is the point now where it's starting to get more interesting in the championships, but not like, ooh, we're just like, I feel like it's just a little bit too short to fully judge it at the moment. But as what I've seen so far, yeah, not exactly what I thought it would be. Next we have number 11, and that is the NXT Women's Championship, which has currently been held by JC Jane from Fatal Influence. Now, to me, I like this one because it's interesting. I don't know a lot about JC Jane. Okay, I just know obviously when she defeated Stephanie Vaquer, it was the biggest shock like in a long time. Even I was shocked. But seeing who she can go against and how she wrestles, I understand obviously she's been there for a while, but to me I don't know a lot about her. So mine's like the interested side of it, if that makes sense. So that's why to me she's going to have to go there. Up next we have the men's United States champion in Jacob Fatu. I understand it'll probably be high on a lot of people's lists, but for me, I feel like we're just going to go through a situation where it's going to be, it goes against JC Mateo, goes against Solo at SummerSlam. Like, I understand that's all great and it's what we want and everything like that, but to me, Jacob Fatu is a main event player, and we need to get past this part to get to the actual main story. It's like a side quest, if that makes sense. So it's not fantastic and it's not terrible. So around about the halfway mark, I understand obviously it's number 10, so it's like near the bottom of the half, but yeah, somebody needs to be there. So for that reason alone, I'm going to put Jacob Fatu in that position. Up next is the Women's World Championship, Io Sky. If it wasn't Io Sky, this probably would be a lot lower, considering she hasn't defended it since WrestleMania. That's probably why she hasn't lost it. But of how good of a competitor she is and how fantastic she is in the ring, okay, that to me gets to go a little bit more, because I wanted to see Io Sky as the world champion. I got it, so I can't go, I wish for that. Now I don't want it. The whole, obviously, the monkey's paw situation, be careful what you wish for. But to me, like, where she is on there, have a few more matches, I'm fine. But at the moment, I'm going to put her at number 9. Bang in the middle, actually this time, okay, is the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Or the champion, Becky Lynch. Okay, Becky's fantastic, right? She had great matches with Lyra Valkyria. Now she's going to have some, I assume, fantastic matches with Bayley. Probably going to go into a triple threat. These matches, okay, are genuinely interesting to me. An actual interesting storyline. Unlike the Women's United States Championship, I'm actually interested in this, listening to the promos, watching the matches, wondering what's going on. Okay, a full-on storyline that I'm actually interested in, like I just said. Then we go on to the, well, I guess it's the top half now. Number 7, the Women's North American Championship, Sol Ruca. I love watching Sol Ruca. She is fantastic in the ring. And in my opinion, even though it's stupid, one of my favourite finishing moves, the Soul Snatcher. Now, if you don't know what it is, please go and check it out. I was going to say check it up. Check it up, check it out, check it down. Do whatever you want to do. Where it's, she does like a front flip, but catches you in like a cutter sort of move. And seeing her do it from the top rope as well. I understand it's all in where the opponent is positioned and stuff like that, and obviously they help out, but it just looks fantastic if it's done correctly. And every time I've watched it, I think I'm known to mess it up once, and like, yeah, it's just honestly brilliant. And seeing her wrestle is the reason as to why I want her further on this list. I know this list is going to annoy a lot of people. Well, it's going to annoy the 12 people that watch this video. Number 6, the WWE Tag Team Championships. I should have ruined it for you, really, shouldn't I? The reason this is higher is because that TLC match they had, phenomenal, okay? And in the SmackDown division, okay, it's great. You've got DIY, fantastic tag team, especially back in NXT and now. You've got Fraxium, great in NXT and now, weird. Okay, you've got the Motor City Machine Guns, great in TNA and great now. Pretty Deadly, they're missing somewhere. I don't know where they are. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, you've got the Wyatt Six back, and I'm sure there's other tag teams that are missing, but all these tag teams are fantastic to watch. And even if, say, the Street Profits lost the titles, I don't care who they lose them to, because I think it's going to be a great, that's what I'm looking for, like great match. I think it's going to be great to whoever they lose it to. So that's, to me, why they're basically the highest and the best tag team division in WWE at the moment. Number 5, the Men's North American Championship, currently being held by Ethan Page. Ethan Page, when he goes to the main roster, will be phenomenal. Like, no pun intended on AJ Styles there. But he's great. Obviously working with Ricky Saints. They've both obviously been in the AEW. Brilliant. Ethan Page is fantastic in the ring, on the mic, storytelling, everything. Like, absolutely phenomenal. If you don't watch NXT, you are really missing out. Number 4, we have the World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. The first 2-time World Heavyweight Champion, obviously from the inception of the new, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now, I've seen Gunther be the World Heavyweight Champion, and it wasn't fantastic, like his feuds of, like, say, I don't know, Damian Priest. He lost to Cody Rhodes at, obviously, was it Crown Jewel or something like that? His feud with Randy Orton was probably his best, but they have the chance now to make it better. Obviously, matches, say, like CM Punk, for example. Okay, this time they've got the chance to redo it, like I've just said, and redo it, like I've just said. Okay, make it better. That's why I'm interested. That's why Gunther is this high up, and Gunther matches are very rarely boring. He made Jey Uso one of his best matches. So what's that tell you? Number 3, the WWE Women's Championship, currently being held by Tiffany Stratton. This probably would be a little bit lower because I don't know how much she's actually done. I know she had a match with Charlotte Flair. Then did she have a match against Nia Jax, or was that before? But the reason this makes it more interesting is because of the Money in the Bank contract. Now, where does the WWE Championship go? Or the Women's WWE Championship. Okay, so if Jade wins, does Naomi cash in? If Bianca wins, does Naomi cash in? If Tiffany wins, does Naomi cash in? I know Naomi can go obviously after Io Sky, but more than likely, unless you obviously want to shock and surprise us, it wouldn't surprise me. But obviously it would. That's probably the wrong word to use. Then that's, to me, what's keeping it more interesting of when and where. Seeing Tiffany basically not be the hunter, but be the hunted. Final 2. Number 2, the NXT champion, Obafemi. Just because he's fantastic. He's just a beast. I don't mean he's like the best wrestler in the world. I just love watching him. He's just absolutely great. And I didn't think anyone could defeat him. But seeing Jasper Troy from LFG, which I did watch, the season 1 winner, taking Oba to his limits. I understand, obviously, he took him out before. Slammed him on, obviously, the car windscreen. Yeah, but just seeing Oba and who he can basically just destroy. Like, I think his record's like 5 or 6 straight, like, triple threat match wins or something stupid. I'm probably just lying there. But number 1 has got to be the never seen 17 WWE champion, John Cena. Yeah. So, John Cena is in his last run. We need to appreciate what we've got now whilst we've got it. Okay? Like, a lot of times you don't know it's going to be the last match, or if it actually is. Like Stone Cold at WrestleMania 19. I know he came back for one match. Dave Bautista, WrestleMania 35. Right, we wanted heel Cena. We've got heel Cena. John Cena, to me, at the moment, is the best case scenario of who I think I like. If that makes sense. Seeing his feud against Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk. Okay, brilliant. But that's my list. Let me know your list. Tell me if you agree with me, or if you don't agree, let me know. If anything you'd swap round, if you think is stupid, great, let me know. Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.